MPIRG was founded by students at the University of Minnesota who recognized that decision makers were ignoring responsible solutions to Minnesota's biggest problems. They organized to stand up for the interests of young people and were established as the original fees-receiving group on campus.
For more than 40 years, MPIRG has been fighting on campus, in the community, and at the Capitol to address the social, economic, and environmental concerns of our day. But, at a time when policies Minnesotans value most are under attack, and the problems facing our state require innovative solutions, now more than ever, we need to invest in the next generation of leaders.
By providing Minnesota college students with the skills and resources to run successful grassroots campaigns, MPIRG proves that students can create changes that improve our campus, communities, and state to reflect the values of our generation.
Over the years, MPIRG has put young people at the forefront of establishing the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, protecting public health by getting toxic chemicals out of consumer products, and ensuring college campuses sell sweatshop-free clothing. Most recently, through our research, organizing, and advocacy, we established a commercial recycling ordinance in the city of Minneapolis.
I was a student and an employee at a popular college bar in Stadium Village a couple years ago, and I immediately noticed that the bar, as a bar back in Busboy, wasn't recycling. So I brought it to the Minnesota Public Interest Research Group, where we brought it to Councilmember Gordon, did a lot of research, found that this is not a rare or novel idea. Cities throughout the nation have been doing it for years, programs, services, and mandates. So, yep, I would just encourage passage.
Whether ensuring students vote, studying sexual violence on campus, or educating students on fair trade, MPIRG connects students to issues that matter. Because global problems demand local solutions, and local solutions start with the community that surrounds us. MPIRG works for the University of Minnesota. MPIRG works for Minnesota. MPIRG works.
1, 2. She was only 15 in love with bad R&B. She had to have vision cause she saw the star in me. Encouraged me to write about the drama in my life. To most I seemed strange, like something wasn't right. I used to fall a victim to the lunchroom comedian. Something like an outcast, started smoking weed and then I sort of fell into my own. Kinda felt at home when behind the microphone. But on the bus ride home, that didn't mean a thing. Harassed by the thugs on the corners they would hang. I got banged on, I got beat down, carrying the golf club, walking up the street now. They respect me, they call me crazy. At least I'm not getting punked out on the daily. And when I look back, I wouldn't change a thing at all. Why you think I found this strength that I'm speaking to y'all? Your hopes and your dreams and your hate and your lies. From the old and the wise to the young as they fly, they fly, they fly. When I die, God is love and hating is Satan. Zen type patience got me sitting here waiting. On the day when it's okay to love, when black men won't pretend that they are thugs, when teachers and doctors are treated like celebrities, you can get a job even if you got a felony. Check out my melody, let's live in harmony, we in this together. No man has autonomy, no man is an island immune to the violence. This rap race is no place to raise a child in. What's wrong with smiling? What's wrong with peace? What's wrong with squashing beef before they label you deceased? Swallow your pride before you choke on your issues. I know you got family and folks that'll miss you, so don't misuse this gift you've been given. This life's but a dream, we are blessed to be living. Your hopes and your dreams and your hate and your lies. From the old and the wise to the young as they fly, they fly.
Why anyone would be against same-sex marriage or any marriage, because marriage, whoever you want to get married to, is beautiful, and it should be celebrated, not, detested regardless of who, you decide to fall in love with. Or, it can't be controlled, it happens. So, 19 by beginning there.
Hey! We also needed to get into our meetings where we taught to implement the homosexual agenda, like marrying each other or raising kids and loving home. So that concludes our presentation for you today. We had other orientation leaders to teach you about being a gay athlete or queer of color, but their budgets got cut. Oh!
When you head to the voting polls, do you think showing your identification is necessary? Today, a group of UMD students tried to prove the point that it's not. Students with the Minnesota Public Interest Research Group, or MPIRG, say if a law is passed to make voters show ID, it would disenfranchise low-income residents and seniors. MPIRG co-chair Ian O'Brien says that also includes UMD students.
Voters would be required to show a picture ID card issued by the state with the current address on it, and that would pose a significant obstacle to the students here at UMD who come from other parts of the state and therefore would not be able to register to vote on Election Day.
Back in May, Governor Mark Dayton vetoed a voter ID bill, saying it lacked bipartisan support. Republicans say it will decrease voter fraud. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker passed a law requiring voter IDs earlier this year.
November, Minnesotans will face a ballot question over gay marriage in Minnesota. It will be asking whether a law, which already bans it, should be written into the state constitution. Today, a group of UMD students and residents showed up in big numbers to oppose it. They rallied on campus saying no to the 2012 Marriage Amendment Act. Opponents of this amendment say it takes away their basic civil rights.
It's not even legal right now for two people of the same sex to marry, and this would make it even more illegal. And so it would be such a regression.
Today's rally was supported by Duluth Mayor Don Ness and Democratic State Senator Roger Reinert, along with other local leaders. Today's rally was organized by the on-campus Minnesota Public Interest Research Group.
Pieces We really are the future, and we're the people who are going to be voting for them for a long time to come, and we really do need them to know that we have opinions and we have the facts to back us up, and what we have to say is very valid, and we need to be taken seriously when
Ajax to bring back his body. Golden son. He'll save every one of us. Just a man with a man's courage. You know he's nothing but a man.
State senators entered the full session to chants by demonstrators. They held signs in protest of a proposed constitutional amendment that would require photo IDs at the polls before voting. A group of students from 7 different campuses from around the state were some of the most vocal. They say there are too many unanswered questions to move forward.
We don't know exactly which IDs are going to be valid, and so we have a lot of college students who live here, work here, pay tuition here, but their ID might be from Wisconsin or from another state. And we don't know if those ID would count.
Go ahead.
Well, thank you very much for letting us bump ahead in line a bit. We do really appreciate it, and also being able to come together. So good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Natalie Cook, and I am a senior at Hamline University and board chair of the Minnesota Public Interest Research Group.
And my name is Dino O'Brien. I'm a senior at the University of Minnesota Duluth and the co-chair of our chapter of MPIRG.
MPIRG is a statewide student-directed nonprofit that has been working on environmental and social justice issues since 1971, including helping tens of thousands of students register to vote on our 7 campuses statewide. I've helped many students register to vote and even vouched for a friend who wanted to register on the same day. The other young people that I talk to are always very excited about voting and voicing their opinion. This story is not uncommon, and it is possible because of Minnesota's election laws that allow for students to express their fundamental right, as my colleague Ian will attest.
Thank you, Natalie. Madam Chair, members of the committee. While House File 2738 is aimed at criminals, it would disenfranchise hundreds of thousands of law-abiding individuals in the process. As a student, as a UMD, I am surrounded by such individuals. Take, for instance, Eleanor Bolich. She lacks a driver's license or a permit, but instead uses a passport as her primary ID. And there's Paul Gearing from Brooklyn Park. He is registered on Election Day without ID in several different elections. Finally, there's Kate Mensing, who is from Nevada, has a valid driver's license from that state, and if passed, these 3 individuals, along with myself and several thousand others, would face unwarranted obstacles when simply trying to vote. We cannot expect college students, the elderly or the poor, to take a 2-hour bus trip to the DMV in order to vote. We cannot expect Paul to drive 3 hours one way to his listed address in order to vote, and we cannot expect my generation to someday lead Minnesota when we systematically deter them and others from casting a ballot today.
I come here to offer a brief overview of the court rulings on voter ID bills that have been challenged in other states and how those rulings impact the cost of voter ID implementation and education. Minnesota's current voter ID bill will be highly vulnerable to an attack in the court system if it fails to satisfy 3 constitutional principles required for these bills by the state and federal courts. First, IDs sufficient for voting must be available free of charge for those who do not have them. There can be no fees, as most Supreme Courts have considered this a form of poll tax. Second, accessing an ID must not place an undue burden on any voter. And third, the state is responsible for public education regarding procedures for obtaining IDs and the legal requirements. However, sometimes well-intended policies have unintended negative consequences, and we simply cannot ignore the very real challenges that a voter ID requirement creates for Minnesotans at such a great social and fiscal cost. So we urge you, please, take a step back with this bill. Let's look for options that can be agreed upon by all parties involved, both for the fundamental rights of the people of Minnesota and for their tax dollars.
Senator Han.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just very quickly, thank you, Ms. Cook, for your testimony. Do you know how many students vote absentee at home and also in person at their college or university? Do you know what that number is?
I don't know that number specifically. I know that in a presidential year, MPIRG helps register thousands of students to vote in the district that they're currently living in on their campus, but I would be really happy to get you that information. I will definitely look for it.
Madam Chair, I just want to make sure you understand. I'm just asking how many students vote twice?
I don't think, sorry, Madam Chair, Senator Han, I've never seen any evidence suggesting that students vote twice, and I will continue looking for that and get back to you.
But Madam Chair, you don't know if there are students that vote absentee at their home of residence and in person, that you don't know if there are any?
Well, Madam Chair, so I've done a lot of work on Get Out the Vote and helping students register to vote, and that's never something that I have ever heard of happening in my personal experience and in the experience of all of those that I work with at MPIRG and with the college Republicans and with the college Democrats. So I've never seen evidence of it. I've never heard academic evidence of that happening, but I'll definitely go home and continue looking for you.
The proponents of this argument think that college students are stupid, but we're not. We know when there's an attempt to limit our political power, and this is why MPIRG will be fighting back. We will be mobilizing thousands of students across the state to oppose this attack on our democracy.